What y'all want to get about now? Do I think animals can be homosexual? You know what? I think mammals can be homosexual because Benny is gay. Mammals can be homosexuals. Now, about amphibians, they don't really have a brain, so they don't really have the small amphibians. Not like I don't think sharks can be bisexual. Honestly, do sharks have sex? But mammals can be homosexual because have you ever met an animal with Down syndrome? Exactly. Have you ever met an animal with Have you ever met an animal that was schizophrenic? Exactly. Have you ever met an animal that was depressed? Exactly. So they can be homosexual. Animals have brains that just happen to function in a different type of way. So probably what they think is homosexuality is probably the norm in their culture. You get what I'm saying? It's probably the norm. So we might call it homosexuality because as humans, we are supposed to be heterosexual. But in that animal kingdom, we don't really know what goes on. Because we know boy and girl, they have, they reproduce and they make more animals. But what I'm saying, when you think of the grand scheme of things, eventually there was that one lion or that one elephant that grew up and said, hey, maybe I like what I like. We just haven't found it yet because we aren't in the wild looking for gay animals. But I think animals that are gay, they just gay. They vibe out, they relax. I think animals that are gay are a little bit more relaxed. Because I think, honestly, gay animals are next, probably the closest we gonna get to aliens. Gay animals are probably the closest we gonna get to aliens because on top of them not also being human, they're also like the same sex. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know how to explain it, but yes, animals can be homosexual. Absolutely. 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 Mm-hmm. No P.O. box, queen. No P.O. box. No P.O. box. Exactly that one. Exactly that one. She said, let me just look it up. No, I'm telling you, everything I say is factual. Everything I say is facts. So there's that. There's that one. You should do motivational speaking. You know what? And one thing about motivational speakers, though, at the same time, is you got to understand that who motivates the motivator. And I wonder what happens when a motivational speaker even gets down off that stage. Because I know it's some days where that motivational speaker is not feeling up to par. I wonder, do he just motivate himself and speak life into himself, or do he watch the next motivational speech? Because you got to realize people that motivate other people, they were once in the position that you weren't once in. You get what I'm saying? So they feel all the emotion. They're human as well. They know what's going on. They know the nuances of all the conversations and shit like that. That's why they became in that field. But you got to understand, when you close it all out and you go home and you're all alone by yourself, who helps that person? Who motivates that person? And do they even need motivation? You get what I'm saying? Do they get to the point where they motivated themselves to the point where they don't need motivation? They wake up every day and live their life to their fullest potential. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was like. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. You trying to scam people in the comments? I'm tired of y'all. I think you should consider a podcast. Honestly, black people and microphones, it becomes too much with me. I'll be honest. And honestly, I don't know how to articulate my thoughts very well. I'm very shy and nervous. And because I don't know how to articulate my thoughts, I'm very ignorant in certain things. And I can come off a bit, So I don't really think I need a microphone. I think a phone is just fine, because a microphone, you have to set it up, set the camera up, talk and find topics. It's just not giving. It's not giving authentic. I wouldn't be my authentic, natural, bubbly self. I would be a little bit almost like, because I not that I give a fuck, but you got to understand that at a certain point, I'm not pursuing different things in the social media world simply because I know my journey. I know what journey I want to go down. Amen. So if I wanted to be a big influencer, I wanted to get big brand deals, I would be accepting them. Amen. See, people think EKane don't get offered big brand deals because I don't accept them. Oh, absolutely not. You get what I'm saying? And I think because I just want to go to college, get my degree, and quit social media. Social media is not in my long-term goals. I'm just using it now to fund my lifestyle, my kids, honestly, you know? So it's just like I would do a podcast if I wanted to further my social media career and have more of this out there of me, but I don't. That's why I'm staying. That's why you see me more in my room. You see me more by myself because I want to get back to how it was when I first started TikTok. I was just living life in college, just on TikTok for fun. And although I do get paid on TikTok now, it's still for fun, but it's almost as if it's just I've become connected with a little bit of you guys. I'm a little bit addicted, and at the end of the day, you have to realize that certain things are not for everyone. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't be a teacher. Everybody can't be a doctor. Everybody can't be something. You got to be what you were built to be and made to be, you know? So that's what I was thinking. Thanks for the gifts, babe. So yes. Yes. Thanks for the gifts, babe. Okay, maybe one day. Did you order the goodies? No, I told y'all we gotta wait till 11 o'clock. Hold on, let me call this girl baby daddy, see if he answer. He with that bitch. He with that bitch. I love you too, sister.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please try again later.
The fuck he got? A landline? But anywho. So, what I was thinking was in this very moment, nothing. I wasn't thinking anything, actually. I wasn't thinking anything. That nigga got Cricket Wireless, honey. I love you too, babes. I love you too. Oh. School is school, honey. School is school. You do hair for free. That sounds like a personal problem, honey. Your rent must be free. Amen. Your lifestyle must be free. You can't do nothing for free that you know you is good at, amen. But sometimes you can. See, one thing about it, and two things for certain, you don't need to turn every hobby into a damn money-making machine. And that's the problem, because it's like one side of me is like, you know what, the economy is fucked up, and yeah, people got to do what they got to do to get their coin. But the other side of me is like, bitch, you don't need to turn everything you good at into money-making, because eventually, bitch, how you get what I'm saying? So it's just not going to give, because just because you good at doing hair don't mean you should be a hairstylist. Let me just say that. I'm sorry. You bitches you're not passionate about hair. You're just good at doing hair. You learn how to do your hair, so now you charging $300 this, and that. You're not passionate about hair, though. But you know what? Y'all always gonna have money, because it's always gonna be dumbass bitches that don't want to learn how to do their own hair. It's always gonna be stupid ass bitches who still want to pay for the experience just because they got 100,000 followers on Instagram. They want the picture and the suite. They want to say they went to the girl. They want to say, like, you always gonna have dumbass birds. So y'all hairstylists, y'all always gonna be, and y'all never going broke, honey. Y'all never going broke. But it saddens me, because every time I see somebody get played by a hairstylist, I scroll right on past. I don't feel any type of compassion for you, bitch, because I'm sitting up here teaching you all for 5 years how to do your fucking hair. You should know by now. You get what I'm saying? You should literally know by now how to do your own fucking hair. I don't feel no sympathy for you, baby. I don't feel nothing. That's what you get. Oh, well. Should have stayed, looked in the mirror, and ate your shit up yourself. But anywho, So yeah. Yes. Oh hell no, I don't know nothing about that, honey. I don't know nothing about that. I love you too. Oh, I ain't talking about braids. I'm talking about wigs. I'm only talking about wigs. I'm never talking about braids. You know what? Do you know how talented you have to be to tuck? Do y'all know how to braid? The strength, endurance you have to stand on your feet for 8 hours for one head, probably 5-6 hours on one head. That ain't like no wig install. You get what I'm saying? Wig install is boom, it's boom, it's boom, it's boom, it's boom, it's boom. Braid is boom, boom. It's boom, boom. It's boom, it's boom, it's boom. It's booms. It's too many booms. You get what I'm saying? So I'm talking about wigs. I ain't talking about any other hairstyles but wigs, honey. Just wigs. Thanks for the gifts, babes. I'm bleeding where? My armpit? Thought it was just a little hair. I don't see no blood. But anyways, a talent. Hairstylists are talented though. Some hairstylists are talented. Some hairstylists are very talented. Oh, my chest though. Got a little ass blood. And that's crazy because that mark been there since I was a fucking kid. I thought that was a beauty mark. I just scratched that shit off. You know what? And that's what the world is telling me. God is telling me I'm shedding my skin, honey. Because this mark I thought was a birthmark, and I got this at a young age, and it's gone. Amen. So that new skin is forming. That new skin is coming in. It's time to rejuvenate, renew, revalue, review all of everything that you got going on in your old skin. Put it out and renew into that new skin. Because if you don't renew into that new skin, why you want to get into your new skin with old habits? Amen. Y'all ain't hear me. Ain't nobody hear me. I said, why you want to go into your new skin with old habits? So you can mess up that new skin with your old habits and make it into the old skin? For what? Why you just shed then? See, the point of shedding is to become something better, amen? When a caterpillar sheds, it becomes a butterfly. Quit playing. You supposed to shed something. When you shed, you supposed to shed something negative off you, baby. You supposed to shed and become something bigger and better. You ain't supposed to shed and then still be that same little rugged caterpillar. You get what I'm saying? I can't, like I said, I can't be out here fucking with bitches still caterpilling. Y'all ain't listening to me. See, you fucking with bitches that's caterpilling. They ain't shed nothing yet. They ain't became that butterfly yet. Quit fucking with these caterpilling ass bitch. These bitches is caterpillars. These hoes can't fuck with a beautiful butterfly like me. These hoes is shit I've been. Oh, let me say that again. See, these hoes is shit I've been. I've been there, done that, boo. I'm 25 years old. Yeah, you 23, but still. I did that at 15, baby. You everything I used to be. You everything I used to be. I'm waiting on you to become what I am now, amen. No, not even who I am. Become who you are. Who you need to be, but a butterfly nonetheless, amen. But anyways, it's 11 o'clock. I'm finna have to go get my damn ID. Oh, they gave my sister a page back. I can finally sleep tonight. I can sleep tonight. I can sleep tonight. I can sleep tonight. They just be laughing because they don't like the messenger. They don't like the messenger. But let me tell you something about it too, because them the same people that sit up in the church and listen to the church. That motherfucker, he ain't the right messenger neither. See, we all gonna sin. We all gonna have our fucked up ways. The messenger shouldn't even matter. Just listen to that motherfucking message. But I understand how sometimes the messenger can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because if a crackhead come up to me saying some shit, I'm probably gonna be like, you know what? You on crack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally on crack. But after I get past the point of you being a crackhead, I'm going to try and listen to what the fuck you saying. And if it makes sense, I'm going to grasp onto that. Like, damn, I'm getting some knowledge from this crackhead I didn't know I could get. But if I'm still in that surface level, don't want to open my mind up to nothing and just say, oh, you a crackhead, you can't tell me shit. Because before that motherfucker was a crackhead, that motherfucker was a human just like you, wasn't on crack. See, that motherfucker was going through life situations just like you. You think he forgot all that just because he doing crack because he went through all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that you cannot judge nobody just because what they going through or what they've been through or what they did do. Because, bitch, you ain't no better. See, let thou without sin be the first to throw that stone. I don't think none of y'all is without sin, amen. How many of y'all got kids and ain't married? How many of y'all got multiple baby daddies? How many of y'all done probably needed to cut a nigga off and then cut him off when you needed to? How many of y'all got tattoos? How many of y'all drink? How many of y'all smoke? Okay, then. So I need y'all to sit the fuck back. Sit the fuck back. Let me think of some more sins to add on for you bitches that's saying, not me, not me. I'm going to add some. But let me think of something else because you ain't perfect. I tell you that much. You ain't perfect. You're far from it. But make sure you know who you are as a person. Amen? All I'm saying is nobody got nothing to point no fingers at nobody. But what was the point of that, though? Because what did somebody say would happen? Oh, the wrong messenger thing. Yep, I get it. I get it, Queen. I get it. I get it, Queen. Thank you, sister. Thank you, honey. I don't know. Wake that one up. I love you too, babes. I know that one. But listen, we ain't in church. I'm not a religious person. I just like to get in my bag sometimes because I think I did used to be a preacher back in my previous life. Amen. I did used to get in that bag. But one thing about it, and two things for certain, honestly, when I be manic, I just be doing it. I'll be honest. I just like talking. So there's that. She said, at this point, we all going to hell if that's what you believe in. Absolutely. Absolutely. You was a stripper in your past life? No, because back in the day, I wonder when did they start stripping? Because I know prostitution is a tale as old as its time, amen. But when did they who put up a pole? You get what I'm saying? It said, climb up it and twerk. Climb up the pole and twerk. Who even started twerking? You know what I'm thinking? Man, the PTSD of the first generation of the slaves after they was free gotta be crazy. They probably still was waking up in the middle of the night just scared, thinking they was hearing some whips and some chains. I would have been scared to go anywhere. I wouldn't have trusted that shit. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a slave when the slaves was free, I probably would have still been a slave. Let me tell you how. I would have thought they was playing a trick on us. I would have been like, man, you know they ain't letting us go. And then everybody leave the plantation. And I'm still there because I don't trust it. I ain't risking it. Like, you sure we free? Are you positive? We free? Is this a prank? Like, when I walk away, are you going to shoot me? Like, are you going to shoot me when I run to freedom? I would have been so scared. I would have been so fucking scared. Like, literally. Inside slave, but still. An inside slave is a slave nonetheless. But it was a little better because you could be inside. But bitch, I be getting brown in the summer. Don't do that. Don't make me no house Negro. I think being called a house Negro is the equivalent to being called white. Nope, that's just something I can't sit with. That don't sit right with me. I lost you. No, you got to think of it like this. When they used to use house Negro as an insult, it was because you had more close proximity to the whites. You got to be in the house in the AC. You got to probably sneak some good food that they had in there. Probably was getting raped by the master nonetheless. But you got better privileges than what the field slaves did. So because you got better privileges and you are closer in proximity to the whiteness in that house, that's like calling somebody white. Are y'all hearing me? That's like calling somebody white. And if it wasn't no AC back in the slave days, you know what I mean. You in a house. Like, think of it, even if it ain't AC. You still inside. You ain't bending your back, breaking your back, picking nothing. Like, that's why I say, It couldn't have been no social media when we were slaves, because it's people like that. Like, you knew I didn't mean no real AC. But imagine even if it wasn't no AC, right? And then the people come out and they like, man, fuck that bitch. She be in the house with them white motherfuckers. And then the girl that be in the house with the white motherfuckers say, I do be in the house with them, but man, we ain't got no AC in there. I'm hot just like y'all. Bitch, you not sitting in the motherfucking sun for 10 hours a day picking cotton. You sitting in the house under a roof with white people and sneaking the little snacks that they got. You get what I'm saying? That's some shit that would happen. The bitch would be like, well, I'm still a slave. I ain't got no AC up in here. Instead of understanding that the field slaves have it worse off, you in your defense mode because they coming at you like you not a slave and you have the right to feel defensive. But you got to have some understanding that you are in a better position because you're in the house. So take heed to that and understand what they trying to say, bitch. Take heed to what they trying to say. So, yes, that's what I was saying. It's like calling somebody white. I don't care. That's just too much. But anyways, wake that one up, man. Wake that one up. Exactly that one, Bree. Me. Me. Absolutely not. I got that on YouTube. Thank you, sister. How can you know they got it worse without hindsight? Let's be so for real. Let's please be so fucking honest. You think in a house they didn't hear the slaves crying from them cracking their back with the whips from not picking fast enough? You don't think they heard that or probably seen it looking out the windows? You think the house Negroes were so sheltered they never had to go back to their cabins with their family? You don't think the family told them what was going on, or like what? But anywho, how do you feel about World War III? I love it. Thank you, Queen. What's on the side of your mouth? A little bit of dick, maybe. I need to be ordering my shit. Let me go get my ID. EKane, get your ancestry done. When I did mine, I found out my ancestors may have been house slaves. Well, honestly, that's the thing about ancestry. I'm not getting that done because I don't see no point in it. Now that you have found out that your ancestors were house Negroes, now what? What does that do? Does that help you understand your history more now because your ancestors were in the house instead of in the field getting whipped? Or I don't understand. I'm not wasting my money. I'm not sending my DNA to no motherfucking third company just so I can know if I was a house nigga or a field. No, I don't give a damn. I was a slave. That's all that matters. I know I'm from Africa. I know I got some African ancestry in my blood. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know nothing else. For what? Why do I need to know I'm 2% Poland? Fuck Poland. What Poland done did for me? Why I need to know I'm 1% Egyptian? Fuck that. I'm black. That's all I am. I'm black. I ain't nothing else but black, honey. Black and proud, might I add. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. But anyways, Egypt is in Africa. Did you know that Egypt is in Africa? Shut the fuck up, bitch. This ain't history class. This ain't geography class, bitch. This is EKane class. Either you get it, you learn it, or you sit the fuck down or get the fuck out. Which one is it? Which one is it? Because seriously, y'all starting to make me mad. Y'all starting to get me mad now. Y'all starting to get me mad. Thanks for the gifts, babe. Wake that one up. Wake that one up. No, y'all need to sit down and listen for real. Y'all need to sit down and listen. Does it require money to spend time with your spouse? That's an easy question because you can answer that your damn self instead of asking me. But because I'm in my talkative stage, hey man, we're going to talk about it. No, obviously not. You can literally sit in the house and enjoy. But let's get into the deeper things of it. That house, you had to pay rent, right? Because if you didn't spend that money to pay that rent to link with that nigga, how was y'all going to spend time? Or maybe go on a picnic date outside. You had to drive there, right? You had to spend a little money in a gas tank to get to the picnic. So in the grand scheme of things, it's always going to cost money to do anything in this world. I don't care if you just go outside and take a breath of fresh air, but you done just cost yourself $50. You want to know why? Because when that air came into your lungs, you breathed it in. And then you went back in your house that you paid your rent. And you let all the air out from the outside into your house. That costs money to breathe that air out. You get what I'm saying? So everything costs money. Everything. You got to go somewhere, it costs. You got to do this, it costs. You got to do that, it costs. So yes, it's just too much. It's too much. So it's going to cost. Now, how much it costs, that's up to you. But outrightly, directly costing something, no, it don't cost nothing because y'all can chill in the house and drink and watch movies and vibe out. But then again, what you watching the movies on? The Netflix subscription that you had to pay for? That costs money? Where y'all sitting at on the couch that costs money? You know? So yes. Exactly that one. Exactly that one. Yes, I ate my deviled eggs. They were so good. They're so good. Exactly that one. Exactly that one. I went to get my photos taken. Why was that shit 1,000 for 6 photos? Bitch, you should have knew that before you went and got them took, huh? If I'm white, can I date a black girl? That gotta be a fake page, because that ain't no question. Now y'all ask me questions that you know honestly, my thoughts and opinions and views aren't for everyone. And this is where people start to dislike me because y'all don't agree with my opinions or what I believe in, what I think. And that's okay. That's a normal human thing. You're not going to believe everything someone thinks. But don't ask me about interracial dating. It's becoming too much. See, you got to think back in the day. Like, people say this generation is cooked. Like, if it's the minorest of things, and they will say this generation is cooked. You got to understand that we've been cooked. We were in the 30s, 40s, not getting equal rights, not being able to eat with these people, getting treated like shit, but there was still some black people that wanted to date white people. And that's because not all white people are like that. I get it. I know. But if that's not cooked nation, I don't know what is. Like, how can you even in your heart of hearts look at a white person and feel any type of anything for them in that time? While your people were getting beat and not treated fairly by those very same Democrats. But, that has nothing to do with me. That was back in the days. I'm just looking at back in the days. The generation's been cooked. We've been cooked because we're all humans. We all gonna cook up some shit eventually. But interracial dating, I'm all for interracial dating. All my nephews have white girlfriends. Well, Ari is white and black. She's mixed. But most of my family date white people. I'm all for interracial dating. But I just wish it was black queens, okay? Wish it was black queens. I support it. I do. It's not something that I want to dream of, So I think if you want to date out your race, do it. Date out your race. It's life. Don't live your life for what other people think or what other people believe. Do what you feel right. Just do it. Because love is love is love. Love is love is love. Oh, no. I already did that. Absolutely not. Would I date outside my race? Me personally, EKane? Absolutely not. Me personally. That's just me personally. Immediately now. When I'm a grandma, I want to look at my family portrait of doctors and lawyers and successful college graduates and see nothing but black faces and afros. Do you understand me? I don't like, people think I don't like white people. It's not that I don't like y'all. I don't want to be y'all. I don't want to mix genetics with y'all. I don't want to be like anything like you guys. I fuck with y'all. Like, y'all my cousins on my daddy's side. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got them, but you don't really Like, you fuck with them, but it's like, yeah, like, y'all ain't really, like, y'all, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, y'all the cousins on the daddy side. Like, I fuck with y'all, but, So, it's just like, no, I want a black family. I want everything black. Everything will be black. And I'm making sure of it. And I hate to say it, but if my kids bring home anything that's not black, I will have to disown them. And I'm keeping the money that I save for them. You can go ahead and use your white women as a trust fund. I know she got some stocks booming at $1 billion. I didn't save all this money for you to make biracial kids. I didn't save all this money for you to bring something back so pale. I didn't. Absolutely not. So I'll be keeping it. I'm gonna buy me a nice big house. You go ahead and run off with Ashley and them, and I'm gonna go ahead and be with my peoples. But anywho, let me go get my ID so I can order this shit and get into it. Thank you, Queen. Thanks for the gifts, bae. Oh. No, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Because I be shy, girl. I be shy. I be so fucking shy. I need a daddy. Daddy. Won't you be my daddy? Daddy. I love you too, Queen. They toast in the comments. I don't see it, and I hate that too, bro. I hate when I see screen recordings of my live and it be some juicy ass comments in the comment, and I didn't see that on the live. Like, why they don't show me the juicy shit that y'all be seeing? I be mad as fuck. Like, damn. They said that? I'm missing all the tea. They giving me the bullshit comments. They giving me the bullshit comments, man. Thanks for the gift, sister or brother. Thank you very much. I asked a valid question. I ain't see your question, honey. I ain't see your question.